everybody, I'm Willie and I'm going to be showing you how to make an optimum camping sleeping arrangement for motorcyclists, or anyone really. Step one will be taking everything off the bike and having it all out on the picnic table. To make this quick, we just go bam. We have all of our gear out now, which if you think about it, that's a pretty impressive amount of stuff to be on a 250. Now let's get started with setting up our tent. First thing we're going to be doing is setting up a ground tarp. Not only will this keep the bottom of my tent clean, but it would also keep it dry in case if it's a bit, if it rains a bit, which is very helpful if you're going to be needing to pack your stuff up early in the day or whatever. I typically like to lengthen all of my posts. It just makes it a little bit simpler when you're actually setting up the tent. Bam. And now for the tent, get it draped over your tarp, your bottom tarp I should say. We just insert this in that little eyelet and stick it into this one. Now that that's done, we're gonna be clipping the mesh to the actual poles. And now, although this tent is already amazing just like this, check out that. And with this post, we're gonna make this a lot larger for headspace. So ready, 3, 2, 1. Bam, see? Like, that's a very decent amount of space. Also, as you may have noticed, that bottom tarp isn't the correct size. Make sure you measure the tent before you get the tarp. But technically, it's not even a tarp. It's, you know, like siding for construction work. That's what that is. It's lightweight, it's breathable. It makes it a lot easier to wick off the moisture in the mornings or whenever, when it does get wet for packing. So it's very helpful. Shout out to my dad for that trick. All right, so now we get an inflator mattress, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm a fan of having, like, you know, a rechargeable air pump. Some of them might be worth it, but breathing's just fine. Bam. Alrighty here. I like having my leather jacket right by my head. Bam. And this sheepskin rug slash carpet slash whatever you want slash seat rest is also going to be doubled as like kind of like a head comforter cushioner. So we just either put that there, or technically if you want more body comfort, you could put this just like right there, whatever you want. And you're also going to probably have a pillow if you're either a camper or a beginner camper or whatever. If you're considering whether or not you want a pillow, I do have a video on that on my channel, so maybe check that out if you're debating on whether or not you need a pillow. For my circumstances, yes I do, because I'm traveling across America, which check out my other videos on my channel again with that. But yeah, so just have an extra bit of comfort. I do suggest having a pillow. And this again, just 3 breaths. Bam. And again, this is up to personal preference, but I do have a secondary blanket. This is more for just comfort rather than actual heat value, because it's kind of cheap, but either way, I enjoy it. I do recommend potentially having a secondary blanket. That's just my opinion. But for your full-size blanket, I do recommend getting a decent quality one. Make sure you do look at the heat rating and decide what your absolute coldest potential weather is going to be, and go from there. And always remember that it's like you'll live at that temperature, but you will be slightly uncomfortable. This one here is rated for 20 degrees Fahrenheit or -7 degrees Celsius. I've gone past that and I was kind of uncomfortable, but either way, this is a good sleeping bag for most nights. Bam. And now this is what really takes it away from just being a tent in the forest to being kind of more of a shelter. You'll need a tarp. This is 8 feet by 6 feet, which should be just perfect for what we need. Now you got some rope here that's tangled up. So what we're gonna be doing here, we got the rope. Doesn't really matter the length of it, but having a little bit longer is probably a bit better. Yeah, so we're just gonna be putting them through one of these little eyelets here. Okay, and with that, so that's how we did it. As you can see, we looped it around the tree here with just like a slip knot, and this around here. Bam, little twisty around this eyelet, tied up to this hammock. Yeah, I didn't exactly know where the tent was gonna be, but either way, now we went to this side, looped it around the tree, and as you can see, if say I need to lift it, we could just turn it and lift up the tarp. I do recommend keeping your sides staked out because it will help the tent just breathe better, and it will reduce the chances of mold, and it will like from early morning condensation and whatnot. And for this last corner of the tarp slash roof, we're just gonna get a bungee cord and stake it to the ground. Clip. Bam. And of course we're gonna do the front tarp as well. And so not only is this roof thing just gonna be helping with, say, rain, it can also be used as like a clothing line kind of thing. See what I'm saying? I like keeping my helmet at the bottom of my bed. I keep my boots at the edge here because, you know, they stink. Next, we're gonna be putting my vacuum seal bag full of clothes there. And then we're gonna be setting up our camping chair, which is a collapsible chair. I would definitely say that this might be a necessary item to be having if you're camping, because sometimes when you don't have, say, picnic tables, this comes in handy. And actually the setup of this is ridiculously easy. You just kind of basically like shimmy everything around it, kind of gets into their place, see, as you can tell. And then you just put this cover on. Now we have a chair made. Bam. I'm not ever worried about it breaking underneath my weight as long as it's on flat ground. And then you basically just toss whatever leftover stuff at the bottom of your bed. And if you're on a motorcycle and you have saddlebags, hard saddlebags, that's where you're gonna be putting your extra food or whatever is open so that you don't attract any animals, because that's not pleasant. So maybe if you guys like this type of content, check out my channel for more, and consider subscribing, because like I do more stuff like this. I got a lot more motorcycle vlogging related videos. And thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, keep it real.